Black.
I'm the Mrs.
And this is S1E12 Slayer, and welcome to Chop It Up. Roll, son.
Stay tuned and enjoy. Hey. It's another Saturday. Welcome back to Chop It Up. I'm the Mrs.
J Black.
S1E12 Slayer.
Man, it's a sad Saturday. But we here. We made it.
Yeah, we back at it again.
It's sad, but I'm living, baby.
Yeah, we still living strong. We here. We operating. So the topic of the day is smoke but not forgotten. Smoke but not forgotten. They may be gone, but they're not forgotten. That's a long list of people, but we haven't forgotten them. And we added one more to our list this week. Mr. Floyd.
George Floyd, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yep, so we want to take a moment to acknowledge his life, his legacy, not the way he died, but how he lived.
Exactly. I mean, I understand the people's pain. I understand everything, but I always said you can't keep poking at a bear. At some point, the bear's going to attack. But at the same time, it's not our people that's protesting that's actually doing all this looting and shit like that.
I don't like that saying because it refers to the people as animals, and that's the problem right now. We're not animals, and that's what they want to think and portray us to be animals, and we are definitely not. There's a time right now where things are just crazy and people are acting off a raw emotion, but people should be acting off a thought process first. Think before your actions, because a lot of these actions are going to have consequences for you now and later.
Right. I mean, I understand why the people are mad. The government system play on the fact that he think that the people out here are stupid. When a person murders somebody blatantly on video, knowing he's being recorded, your knee is in his neck, and he said he couldn't breathe. How many times do we gotta constantly keep going through this? But they gave him, third-degree murder and manslaughter. They're gonna be able to play with that.
Well, let's start with the facts. Mr. Floyd shows out one morning to a corner store. He's trying to cash a check that they stated was fraudulent. That's what the police were called for. And from
I thought he actually was paying for something with a check, and they thought it was going to bounce.
No, it was counterfeited money.
It was counterfeit money, they thought.
Right. And the store owner basically said that's not the first time they called about counterfeited money. And normally what the police end up doing is just coming by, getting information, asking them where did they get it from, and shit like that. When this situation happened, I'm sorry to say it, but I felt like he woke up ready to kill somebody that day. Might not have been black, but it was a human being that lost his life, and how people really feel about blacks. That shows you the true meaning of what they really feel. Like, don't hide it, say it.
Right. We watched them detain Mr. Floyd. There was no struggle. We watched them take him from the wall of the store to the police car. There was no struggle. At that point, they could have put him in the car. How they took him down to the ground, I'm not actually sure. And from that point, that man's life was in their hands.
But I know for a fact, just in the black community alone, we have stories to tell about what police do.
I mean, that man knew he was gone when he yelled out, "Mama," and his mama's dead.
Yeah.
At that point, he was just saying, "Lord, don't take me just yet," basically. He knew he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for nothing.
I mean, but how many times did we have to hear about that? Like, Eric Garner. Yo out there selling cigarettes and look what happened to him.
But
Trying to support his family.
Yes, from what I heard, he didn't have anything counterfeit. His shit was legit.
But that's what I'm saying.
Legitimate or not, even if he was in the wrong, you do not have to handle situations in that manner.
But the first things first, being a police officer is just like having a regular job. All this extra shit that they're doing, they need to change the law, the constitution, everything. Everything need to be done over from scratch.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact that we actually are not living up to the Constitution. We're taught in school to I pledge allegiance to the flag, all that blah, 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 the whole Constitution for justice of all, but in actuality it's not. It's justice for one color, one superior race, as they would say.
Right.
My only problem with this whole Mr. Floyd thing is this was propaganda. This is chess. This is just one notch on a larger scale. Think about it this way. And what I'm about to say, you could direct it in so many different ways and branch off from where I'm going. Because it's an alley hoop no matter which way you do it.
Right.
Because the people are going to act in this way no matter what. So I kill Mr. Floyd. I now produce riots. I now have people out in the open. Coronavirus, whether it was a fluke or not.
Exactly.
You're out there in the mass production. Now I'm going to stop with the corona right there and go back to the propaganda. Now the other side of the coin, I now have you rioting. I now have people getting arrested. I now have more people getting killed. I now have less voters. I have more convictions.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So now you can't even vote me out.
Right. But at the same time, it's not even about a voting out. It's for the simple fact it's letting you know what a person's track record is. Like, people, excuse me, y'all.
But think of it this way. Track record and all, forget that. I just eliminated 75% of color folk, not just black. Everybody out there fighting for a cause.
Right.
If I convict all these people and they now have felonies, even if it's just 25%.
No, I get
Now
exactly
I'm
what you're
taking
saying.
25% without even breaking a sweat.
All I had to do was drop one domino, and everything else falls right into place and paints the picture that I needed to paint. So basically, once again, being used as pawns and already predicting what our outcome is going to be before it actually even happens. They already know. We've already shown them what we're capable of with Freddie Gray and the other people that we protested for. They just want to keep kicking it up a notch to see how angry they can make us so we can be vulnerable enough to show our weaknesses.
I put it to you like this. I'm not saying you shouldn't protest. I'm just saying be smart about what you're doing. Strategize. Fortify.
Organize.
Correct. That's what I mean by the fortify. Fortify so when the organization comes, when it's that time to make those moves, we have everybody lined up to do what's right. Everybody out here just mobbing, robbing, and stealing and rioting. You're not doing anything. Now to the folks that are actually out there protesting peacefully and not violently taking advantage of things just for their own way, salute you. But to the other ones, no, you're going in the wrong direction, and you're actually setting us 20 steps back from what we're actually trying to succeed.
But at the same time, you have these people that have been hurting for a long time, and they just don't know any other way to let it out. They
check it or respect it.
Yeah, if there's somebody showing me, you know what I'm saying, there's these quote unquote new activists popping up everywhere, but a consistent leader, somebody that really wants to take on that responsibility and give some type of guidance so we can organize, so the youth knows what to do, because a lot of these elders just don't feel like they have the energy or the capacity to deal with the youth, which is sad.
I think a lot of them don't remember where they come from.
No, they don't.
And how they used to be. And some may not be that. I can't speak for everyone. Some may have been the goody two-shoe or the average kid and not really got into trouble and stayed on the straight and narrow. You know, but one thing for sure, two things for certain, I bet you they knew somebody that wasn't their best friend or loved one or someone, so you can't cop out to plead and not help out and not be understanding.
Yeah, but then, like, we always talk about that glass ceiling. They can see the opportunities, but for some reason they keep hitting this glass ceiling and they don't know where it's coming from. And
the glass ceiling is itself, you gotta want. I mean, you have, right. If you got this raw emotion to go out here and fight because you've been wrong so much, turn that raw negative energy into something positive. Put that energy into something where, okay, put it into something you love doing that will make you better at something else, whether it's money, this, and that. You have to reform that energy, and it's not even whether someone taught you about it or what. It's just look at the destruction you can cause and revert that and create. And that even goes towards our leaders, you know, the politicians, the aldermen, and everything like that, and you know, our community leaders and the parents themselves. You know, we just got to look at things in a positive aspect. Like, what's going on right now is terrible. It's speechless. I'm sad. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be talking about this subject, but this is what happens when we don't acknowledge racism. All we do is film it.
We don't find a proper coping mechanism.
No, we don't.
A lot of things black people like to brush under their rug or act like it didn't happen. We'll talk about it for a week.
Tough tone.
It's a trend for a week. And then next thing you know, we're back to the regular scheduled program.
I mean, I don't want to throw everybody off topic, but shout out to Gold Puff. When you need something real quick, just hit up Gold Puff. It don't take too long. I'm sorry.
And another thing, guys, if you want to check us out on any missed episodes, we're at www.chopituppodcast.com. Again, that's www.chopituppodcast.com. If you want to hear the whole production, music, and everything, there's a link at the bottom in the description on the speaker link, so you can check us out there as well.
No, I told you.
But yeah, so we're discussing Mr. Floyd, the loss of his life, the legacy he left behind.
I mean, your work, he was an average black guy that, that just worked.
He had a fiance, he had a daughter.
I mean, most of the people that died were either children or a parent or was a brother. But the thing about it is, always said that the police and the government system need to look at what they are recruiting. Yes. When you have a guy that comes from over the army and he's dealing with PTSD and all these different other traumas and stuff like that, and you turn around and hire him, the question that I always wanted to know, Are you actually looking at me as the black man, or is you looking at me as a male? Or the most important question is, do you look at me as the guy that you seen over Iraq, overseas somewhere that you were fighting against? Because for them to be the way they react to things so aggressively, now if the person aggressive and they end up doing things, we are supposed to be human and grown adults where we're supposed to be able to just stop the situation. Like being a police officer, if somebody had a disagreement or argument inside the house, police officer would come in, separate the situation, take the man down the street, have a conversation with him. They don't even do that shit.
Well, the problem is everybody's scared.
Right, but that's
They
what I'm
get
saying.
Taped.
Right.
They get taken, so that's the problem. It ain't the same game anymore.
Right. That's just like with the police department when they ask them the question, do y'all know that your officers are using the knee? They've been using fucking knees from the time they were pulling niggas out of the car on Jump Out Tuesday and Jump Out Thursday. There was nothing for them to just
Gut punch you.
yeah. There was nothing for them just to pull us over. You feel what I'm saying? Like you remember how it was, Q? Motherfucker be in the car riding around just trying to find some little honeys. Motherfuckers will pull you over just because it's guys in the car. Now if we did something, that's one thing. But if I ain't did shit and you fucked around and you having a bad day, you need to go see that psychiatrist that y'all had for y'all. Real shit.
I tell you, the funny thing is, I get pulled over more now as a black man as I did as a 15, 16-year-old driving S600s and Escalades and Lexus and shit, tinted out Hummers and all that. You'd have thought I was fucking drug dealing shit. They came and fucking, when they told the shit in my high school.
Right.
But I get pulled over more now, and I'm not even driving these type of vehicles or driving in the capacity of,
Exactly. And then on top of that now,
fucking crazy.
you can tell the police system does not know how to detain a body. Because when you're dealing with disabled people, you're supposed to be trained to be able to disable the situation when it comes to someone that has a disability.
Man, these cops are out here two-piecing people. They are out here straight guffing like they on the streets. It's no holds bar anymore.
But it's nothing
These
new.
officers, yeah, it's nothing new, but now it is televised.
But that's
the
thing about it.
difference. Back in the day, it wasn't, your homeboy ain't have a camera on his phone.
It's different if I told you about it, because by the time it got down to 30 people knowing about it, the story done changed 60 different times.
Exactly.
Well,
When you watching it on a video playing it back, this shit either gets funnier, livid, or real fucking spooky.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna always say I can't go off of that before, because the simple fact when you have mayors here in Baltimore that say they are from the West Side. If you from the West Side, like I said before in one of my episodes, you know how the West Side get down. You know what it's about.
Man, and if you know about politics, them saying they from the West Side is just to relate.
So that
to
lets you
your-
know that you ain't nothing but a house nigga.
No, it's just a relation thing. I want you to feel comfortable with me, so I'm gonna say I'm a West Side nigga just like you.
Right. Don't fake the funk. That's the problem.
My whole thing is
No, the
fuck that
problem
West
is
Side
niggas
shit.
gotta start doing that research.
Fuck that gangbang shit. I was always the nigga that stand on my own 2 feet. And people either follow with me or get laid the fuck down. And I wasn't no bully.
Black people.
I'm just telling you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like for me, if you live in the inner city, you know the situation that you go through by just being in the city when police just fucking with you and you playing basketball in the area, or you chilling with your homeboys on a Friday night and riding down the street and a motherfucker pull you over. Just so happen your man's car fucked up, the tag's fucked up. But you turn around, but you gotta pay this police officer so he won't lock you and your man's up or tow the car. Like, when you gotta deal with police officers to a point like that, yo, this shit becomes traumatizing.
Fuck the police.
Well, as a female, I can't really relate. I can say, I'm sorry that you guys have to go through that. I can also say a lot more women need to be backing these black men in their situations.
Now, let's not forget about Sandra Bland. Now, you know, I'm not going and saying something.
All the young ladies
Oh no,
that
I'm
got
not
killed.
saying it's not any woman going through this. I'm just talking about in relation to what y'all were specifically saying. You know, as me as being a black female, I've never had to deal with a cop in a negative way, other than like maybe some vehicle bullshit. But nah, ain't nobody pulling me out no car. Ain't nobody stereotyping me. I can ride dirty as I want to be and be good. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that you guys have to go through this and have to experience the things that you do. And I feel like as black women, we have a role to be sympathetic to that and understanding about that. And be supportive, because at the end of the day, the last thing you need when you come home from dealing with all that shit is an unsupportive, ununderstanding black female.
Call you unstable creature.
Right.
I mean, real shit. I mean, like I told my homeboy about, I just watched Baby Boy again, one of my favorite movies. And I was telling him the reason why I watch it is because it has a meaning to it.
It does. It really does.
And
to a lot of you niggas.
The most important meaning was the simple fact that it showed me when a male and a female get together, how things in life can be. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gives you many different dynamics. A man growing up,
In society, the way it is.
you know, making choices that he made and having to, you know, deal with those choices and maneuver through life. It's a good story.
Like, no man out here woke up and said, yo, I'm gonna go sell drugs. I want to be a kingpin. Most of the times, the nigga went out there to do that shit. He ended up doing it because he was in a fucked up situation. And it just seemed like every time he got a job, the shit was like fucked up. You know what I mean? That's just like with the whole, like them men could have talked to him, had a conversation. And I know he can, because there are good police officers out there where they'll just pull you up and like, yo, just tell you the truth. Like when the tags was fucked up on our Honda and I stole a ticket, one of them stickers. And he knew it. Yo came to me and just told me some real shit. You feel what I'm saying? He let us go, gave me a ticket. It went about our way. So I know if that one officer showed me that, I know it's another way.
Yeah, it is. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that want to be, I'm Clint Eastwood, you know, I'm Ricky Badass.
So the question I want to know is, do you think police officers actually pick, they have two options to pick? I can either be this way or I can be that way?
Yeah.
Or do you think because of the pressure that they get from upstairs?
No, I think it's...
I think you have your one in a millions that actually make it to the level where they get, I forgot what they call it, AI or AIA or whoever they are involved. The people that investigate the police. Internal Affairs, IA. You have one of the few that actually get that far. But they still have to go through hurdles to get that to happen. So you dealing with, not only am I snitching on my quote-unquote brethren, then the sergeant might be dirty, the captain might be dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole list. So it's way harder for somebody to actually be a good cop.
I feel like everything's set the fuck up. Because people lived in a house for so long, the corona shit we was dealing with, and I feel like this could be one of the ways that the second wave started.
Well, that's where I gave you the propaganda in the beginning. It's checks. I kill you with the corona. I got you out there riding with the corona. But then I also got you getting felonies and convictions out here to the people that are getting arrested out here rioting.
Right.
So I take half of you out where you can't even vote, and then the corona sweeps in and takes out the other half of you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I just did one thing,
I won.
dropped the domino and won.
Yeah.
And you're going to react the way you're going to react.
Right. And I mean, one thing I will say as far as the looting goes, I get it that some of the people really do need things and they can't afford it. And this is the opportunity where they go take it. I get it. I totally fucking get it.
Yeah.
But on the same token,
Mask up.
you taking a piece of clothing, item, purchase, or whatever it is that you took, even like a goddamn TV. What you took did not amount to what happened to George Floyd. Nothing. So honestly and truthfully,
It does nothing.
you didn't gain anything by doing it. You just showed us that your situation is a little tough because you need it.
No injustice.
Right. But for the ones that marched and they did it quietly and peacefully and with mad love and stuff like that, but at the same token, this was bound to happen. At some point, people will want to say, we have to stop this shit. The only way that police officers get paid is by our tax money. The government gets paid with our tax money. This is how they get paid. Taxes was only supposed to be hit for a certain period of time, but it's still hit. So,
Because they want that moolah.
Man.
and see, like the man in Atlanta said, she got a son. So she tried to talk to him. I have 3 boys. We have 3 boys. The crazy thing about it is I'm fucking terrified. I'm 19 and 18. Terrified. Because sometimes it questions me, should I have had a kid knowing what kind of world this was when I was 20?
Man, you wouldn't think about that when you was slinging and changing, buddy.
Exactly.
Not at all.
So
You
thank
are-
motherfuckers to you unliberated motherfuckers out here just slinging and danging and fucking. Knock on wood. Think about what you procreating out here, what you bringing into the world.
Yeah, I mean, because it was crazy, like, just looking at where I had started having flashbacks about Freddie Gray all over again. Like,
Yeah, shit
like,
started getting spooky.
yeah, like 2
What?
days, but we were calling it like we saw this already, which we had, you know. And I said it, once it got to Baltimore, you know, it's gonna spread like a virus. But my wife said, hey, let me know when you get to Chicago.
I'm trying to still be hopeful. I'm saying that I'm looking for certain cities to pop off. New York was one. Chicago was another. LA was one. Miami is another. Atlanta was another.
Dear Miami right now.
It's certain cities that I'm like,
Pray
okay,
up to my baby niece.
Right.
if this pops off here, then it's about to get ugly.
Good. I mean, honestly and truthfully, I'm kind of glad that it's going the way it's going because these people need to know and see. And for the dumbass president, I'm going to say, he should not have said what he said. If you don't know information, don't say it. You can clearly see he doesn't give a fuck.
Man.
The only way we're going to be able to beat him at his own game is we're going to have to vote. All these youngins that's 18 that just graduated high school and they get ready to go to college, before they leave your home and start going off to college, we need as parents, as adults, friends, neighbors, express the shit. That's what they used to do to us growing up. They expressed exactly what was going on. When Kurt Smoke was in office, when Martin Luther King was walking, they talked about it. They was there. Motherfuckers are so lazy nowadays, it's sad.
Well, it doesn't interest you until it affects you. So a lot of people aren't interested in politics until it affects them. They're not going to look up something until it benefits them.
Yeah. I mean, right now, it's not benefiting me a goddamn thing. But because it's letting me know that I'm getting the knowledge of what's going on around me in this world. And that's the thing about what people need to start passing this word around, man. Like, if you know your neighbors down there and they down that bitch looting, or a motherfucker come to your house with some shit, man, turn that motherfucker around, man.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that shit, you ain't gaining nothing. You just looking like, I mean, you're you're being looked at exactly what you're doing. Period. You feel what I'm saying? People just finished dying from the corona. Rest in peace to them. The people that lost their life because of police brutality due to the corona situation happening. Rest in peace to them. Especially the girl that got shot with the police outside the goddamn window.
Some of the people ran up in the house.
Yeah, man. They ran up in the house. That right there was a fucking sign again. You feel what I'm saying? How bad the situation is. They killed that girl while she was fucking asleep. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't the first time. We gotta stop closing our eyes and stop being a blindside.
Well, so let me ask you this: what you think about Lil Wayne's comments?
About what?
Basically, he said with the whole George Floyd is that we should blame myself for not doing that in the beginning.
Well,
You can't say that. No, you can't say that.
I don't feel like it's a blame game. I do have some feelings towards videotaping versus saving somebody's life, because it could have been somebody that just charged real quick.
Yeah, why did nobody ride in?
For him to catch his breath again and still be here with us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, but it goes back to fear. I'm scared to take that charge, because if I put my hands on this guy, look how he treating him.
Exactly.
I'm gonna automatically take a charge by putting my hands on this dude.
But
so
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but that's what I mean. If we were unified to begin with, we're not unified.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. When you have a government that's just like slavery.
If it was 4 black cops in a white neighborhood doing that to a white man, they would have got rushed.
It's the same thing for women. It's the same thing for white
officers.
officers.
We don't have we don't back each other like we're supposed to. Back in the day, there used to be Black Panthers. You could call them. As soon as the situation went down, there was a number that
they fucking up Bobby.
And they would be right there with their guns, because they knew the laws, they knew this, that, and the third, and they were able to help black people get out of certain situations.
I mean,
everybody want to be the king. That's why we don't have any unity.
No, it's not even about being the king shit. It's the simple fact that the system has provided something to take away to keep your mind from being off of it. So 9 times out of 10, people gotta pay their fucking bills, right? They will not sacrifice them paying bills versus connecting and doing X, Y, and Z. Because shit is so high now, you feel what I'm saying? You have to go to work. You really can't miss no days. You gotta be blessed to find a job that gives you sick time, vacation time, personal time.
You do.
And vacation time.
Totally
and be
agree.
able to be off throughout majority of the year, the holidays that are legit. That's a blessing. But when you working a Subway job or McDonald's job or those warehouse jobs where you don't get those times, you get PTO. And if you use your PTO, they fuck you up because they might not give it to you. You gotta ask for that shit. I have not had to ask to be off from a job and God knows how long. Like, if I wanted to take off, call my supervisor, let them know I'm taking off. You feel what I'm saying?
Basically.
Versus, I gotta fake being sick and turn around and do X, Y, and Z so I can get off. You feel what I'm saying? A motherfucker used to fire women if they were pregnant. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the system, how it was built, matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, check out Netflix, History 101. To me, it inspired me. It gave me some information I did not know.
It was dope.
Yeah, because it talked about fast food. Kentucky Fried Chicken wasn't even made in goddamn Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was made in fucking Utah. I said, Salt Lake City?
Chicken.
I said, yo, that's shit crazy. But at the same time, you know, just the way everything was set up.
Louisiana, that motherfucker came from a boat with the spinach.
Yeah. Like the crazy thing was, the only reason why Trump is actually in office, he's like a rebound in a relationship.
I'll give you this. I don't really care for the man. He did have the economy boosted.
I don't see it.
He did, but unemployment went on the rise again, and COVID just slapped it harder.
Right.
Now everything else he's done, yeah, I do not agree. But the economy was booming. It was getting back to a state.
That special line.
Now,
they start looting, be shooting.
Now with Obama, I hate that everybody went to the fact saying that, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Look at what he did do. The man had to slap a band-aid on the fucking economy in the United States.
Right.
And he basically had to build a foundation that Donald Trump gets to dance around and make a mockery of.
Right.
So at the end of the day, don't take it out on Obama. And at the end of the day, look at Donald Trump. That motherfucker is stressing too.
Right.
The job of the president is not an easy job.
Right.
It's not for the weak.
Man, but fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, real shit.
With a sick dick. For real, for real. When I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not gonna wish ill will on nobody. I'm not gonna knock my blessings
listen
out.
to him tweet and argue with the mayor of Minneapolis, I felt so ashamed and disgusted, irritated, so many words.
But the truth is truth.
He called the city weak, told them, you know, like, it was just like,
Yes,
what?
bitch.
No,
That's how I felt. I felt like I woke up in the car with my homegirls and bitches was arguing, but we was good when we went to sleep. Now the fucking fire, the police station on fire, and the president's arguing with the mayor at 3
Like,
o'clock
check
in the
your
morning,
city,
like
bitch.
real shit. Like,
But it lets you know that this is a serious situation. Because hypothetically, you leave out of here today. I leave out of here today just to go to the store, and the police will say they saw me do X, Y, and Z, or my name is such and such. But I clearly tell them, yo, I just came out of my fucking house. They will harass me all the way to the fullest.
that's that.
You feel what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, they might just fucking take me this time. Back in the day when they used to have the fucking the gun squad, these motherfuckers used to run up on you, didn't know what you was doing, where you came from, or whatever, but they'd press up on you to get a gun.
Yo, it's video footage of piles of wood being left in front of city buildings for them to burn the city down. Like, the government plays parts in these shits. Like, who the fuck is walking around with a pallet of wood?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In a riot.
Like, how you gonna carry, like, unless you saw, like, niggas showing up in trucks and shit like that? It's the same thing like they said in Chicago, back when the guns, they were shooting and shit back in the day.
Hey man, if I know y'all gonna ride, there's some places I need to get taken down for real estate purposes and do some shit and make some money move.
No, but that's
Shit,
what I'm
man,
saying.
I'm gonna throw some shit up there, boom, 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 boom. Cha-ching, cha-ching, thank you, come again.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna always be about Malcolm X. And the reason why is because if a man hits you, you hit him back. If a motherfucking police officer slams you on the fucking ground, throw your hands behind your back and put their knee in your fucking back, your only reaction is to do exactly what your brain is gonna tell you to do. Defend yourself. Right, defend. And it's all a reaction. Where he could have just grabbed you, told you to do X, Y, Z. You feel what I'm saying? And if that wasn't the case, you feel what I'm saying? I get it.
I mean, you go back to Queen and Slim, it's like the Queen and Slim movie, man.
That's the I seen it.
I'm just saying, man.
Shorty pulled over. They got pulled over. And Shorty was a lawyer. And dude was driving and he was just like in dude's ass for no reason. Well, he said they swerved. They did swerve, and it's because they was talking. So they was explaining. And cop really was on some edge shit. He didn't really give a fuck. Yo was a bad cop anyway, but that one incident turned their life over the whole fucking 180.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
now you on the run. Now you criminal.
cause
And
it's
that's
like,
my thing. Like, bad check, bad money, whatever it was. Mr. Floyd couldn't possibly, probably didn't even know. And it ended his life. Like,
he was probably just trying to get a pack of cigarettes.
somebody might have gave him a bootleg one.
Right.
Somebody-
Shit, you get them out the ATM sometimes they be feeling funky.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like somebody owed him $20 or some shit, $10. He probably was getting some blunt paper, or he was getting some cigarettes. But whatever he was getting didn't cost him his fucking life. Your life doesn't have a fucking price tag. But it just seemed like these corporations, and hospitals, the pharmacists, the judgment, the law system, police, the prisons, all that shit got dollar signs on our motherfucking bodies.
Like, we can't make no fucking mistakes. Like, these motherfuckers can build whole corporations, fuck over tons of senior citizens out of insurance money, and not do no time.
It's called white collar crime, baby.
What the fuck? This shit is wrong.
Like the lady said.
This is America.
Right.
This is America.
But I was watching TikTok and there's a white lady on there and she posted, she broke down slavery time and shit like that, how many years that was. And then she added after slavery, what, the 60s and 70s and shit like that, the 50s or whatever. She added that time and then she added up until now. She said black folks have been enslaved for 600 years. So whoever's been talking this 400 is some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the law, the Constitution, everything needs to be fucking rewritten.
Until we can move freely, speak freely, finance and budget freely.
Exactly.
You know, you can probably hate me for saying this.
No, what?
But you know who said it best, man?
Who?
One listening. Nobody was listening to that.
Who?
And it was white boy.
Who is that?
Eminem. White America.
But no, but that's
White America. He explains it. Oh.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's so many other activists that explain it. But people so hooked into the money, the material things and shit like that. Just learn how to live life before you start talking about getting a bag. Because you can't take the motherfucking money with you when you dead and fucking go. Because you got motherfuckers dying at 20 getting shot by a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Everything's about some gang corporation. All motherfuckers that's in some kind of gang need a motherfucking hug. Real shit.
Know how to get the bag.
I ain't got nothing against none of that shit, but I'm telling you, majority of the time it's majority black men that don't have a whole lot of backing growing up. If the father's not there and the mother ain't there, the child fucked up. You got the grandparents just watching them. Who else is going to show him the things he need to know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit makes me angry.
So, among other things, President Trump has discontinued our relations with the World Health Organization.
Yo, he just doing all kinds of crazy shit, man.
This
I'm a
man
terrorist
says
in
he
my own
feels like
country.
China does not need or deserve any more of our funding because they own majority of the World Health Order. This is crazy, man.
Oh shit, we about to
It's going down in the
Who
worst
creates the
way.
needles? Who creates the
Yeah,
supports?
another thing. Spaceship, was it SpaceX?
Space something. These niggas was in some
NASA,
Jet
they
Li,
took off today, they shot
motherfucking-
to space.
Yeah, so you know, if you didn't see it, you know, you can catch me on YouTube jacking off, busting a big nut into space.
Oh my god, there you go again. Goddamn
That shit
Slayer.
was beautiful.
y'all see what we got
See
here
all
with
you see all the people out in space right now.
Slayer.
Yeah, man.
Everybody can see me coming.
Yeah, man. Look, man, we sitting here. We got our little grassy grass. We smoking on that platinum cookies again. You know what I mean? Let us know. Check out our website. Check out our Facebook. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Tumblr. We're also on Tumblr.
Yep, and everything, you can check us out on www.chopituppodcast.com. Again, that's www.chopituppodcast.com, where you can find 2 links. One is the live link, where you can catch the production, music, everything in the background, drops, all that. And then the other link is for Skype, where you can join the conversation via Skype. So check us out, www.podcast.com. Chopituppodcast.com, my bad.
Yeah, one other thing. If you're down to working out and, you're looking for some supplements to help you out as you work out, check out fnxfitnessfit.com. That's fnxfit.com. Check out, we got Super Green. We ended up getting a balancer. It balances you out throughout the time of working out.
Yeah, that shit balance you alright.
So if you get
balance
a chance,
your straight to that bathroom.
So whenever you get a chance, check it out. They got a lot of other things. They also have CBD gummies, and I think they have CBD oil to help with your muscles. And then also when you buy it, you get a discount if you use our promo code. It is Chop It Up Podcast.
Chop it up. So it's a sad Saturday, but we want to thank you guys for joining us. All of our viewers on Facebook, all of our followers on Instagram, Tumblr, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeart, Podcaster. We're everywhere, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So, what's next?
He's nuts. Wake you motherfuckers up. This is Spike 7 the Slayer, and I present to you the Strand of the Week. Smoke some bitches. Alright. For all you smokers out there, got something good for you. When you're in the strip club, you just want to see the bitches booty bouncing. Get you some bear dance, baby. Alright, bear dance is the hybrid. This is the Strand of the Week. It's described by its 303 seeds as a sativa forward strand, has deep complex lineage, which comes to the bear dance material lineage. Colorado's 303 seeds initially thought had a cutting of the Durban poison. Durban poison, baby, strong sativa. But further research reveals it to be a snowcap, a cross of a Humboldt snow and an unknown haze. Haze, baby. The strand has a limit-forward terpene profile that banks into the snowcap's mother. The paternal lineage comes from a cross between purple kush and Ebenezer hash plant, which is an above-average product for sativa. The 303 seeds notes that the bear dance plants produce an above-average yield with a flowering time of 63 to 70 days. Top effects for this baby is focus, euphoric, and energetic. Keep it pushing, baby. Has a nice spicy mint and flowery flavor. Get your breath mint, you'll be straight on point. And that's your Strand of the Week, baby. Bear dance. Keep it fresh and sexy.
You said bear dance, like Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
Yeah,
Like that.
raw dance. And for the ladies, I'm talking about that bear with the head, with the thing with the dick out.
Oh my God.
Bear dance, bitch.
Always gotta go there.
Yeah. So, this was the last episode for the season.
Oh yeah. This is our final episode, guys.
We made it, y'all. We made it this far.
Season 1.
Thank y'all for following us.
Yeah, man. Staying tuned and checking us out. Downloading us from all the platforms. And y'all been showing love on Facebook Live. Especially our family, our friends, and everybody. We appreciate it.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to Austria, South Africa,
France.
Canada, all of the U.S.
Yeah.
Temescal Wellness. And for all you ladies, tell your ladies and tell the other ladies that Slayer stories are coming on season 2. Something for y'all to be interested in.
Man,
Yeah.
season 2 is going to be a whole new revamp.
Hell
Trust
yeah,
these
man.
guys got some crazy ideas.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to look out for the Mrs. Gang podcast. That'll be coming up in the next 2 weeks. The Mrs. Gang.
Yeah, you'll see a follow-up. You had a Jay Black and Seven the Slayer together. Tag teaming it up.
All right, now. Coming soon. To
Sure
a
enough.
bitch's house near you.
Yeah. You damn sure going to end it.
So look out for us.
Get your weed, smoke something, and relax until we come back into your ears, baby.
Say it live. I'm black and I'm motherfucking proud.
Smoke something. I'm the Mrs.
Jay Black.
Seven the Slayer, aka Young Bobby Dre.
Chop it up.
Season 2 will begin August. First Saturday in August.